You can call it the filling station. You know, we on this journey, and sometimes after a little while, you have to stop at the filling station and refuel. So we'll be refueling this evening. Just announce your presence if you want to call. Just yeah, I can see some names, but put in the platform your name and where you are connecting from. This evening is going to be exciting. I believe you've seen um, the flyer for the training. I think it's going to be in a few series. So we're going to start pretty shortly. So just I want to see, let me take some acknowledgement here, and then we will go straight into business. Welcome, Antivera. Welcome, Foster. Welcome, Belinda, Caleb, Grace, Jamel, Jennifer, Prosper, um, Susan, Rose. Hi, Auntie Rose, Raphael. Um, I see some gadgets and stuff like that. Okay, so my name is Calvin, and I am going to be your co-host this evening. And leading us this evening is our senior partner, one of Africa leading people on the project. Okay, it's our upline and mentor, Dr. Dorothy Hanson. And this evening is going to be, I think, let me just see what I have this to share. Can you see my screen? Not showing. Okay, so I can see it on my other device. Yeah. So the all right, thank you. Affiliate journeying is the journey of the affiliate. Okay, and to be on any project or to be a CEO and be successful in a project or on a certain mission, you need to have a kind of mindset. You need to be ready for it. If you are a soldier, if you are um, you are on a mission with top level people. Most of the time they give you a certain perspective, they give you a certain insight, they give you a certain mindset, they give you some expectations, they give you why do we need some of these things now. If you are a doctor friend was telling me, because medicine and myself, we are not very good friends. And a doctor friend was telling me, before you become a doctor, you go through certain drill. They break you first, okay, and to get, because the area you need, you deal with blood, you deal with flesh, you deal with human parts. So a person like me who doesn't have the heart, will not be able to do that. But for anyone, there may be people who might be like, but they break you. They give you a certain mindset and make it a part of you. So when you are doing it, it's like a walk in the park. But you didn't start from there. They build that. They give you a certain mindset, and you got that mindset, and that shaped your journey as a medical personnel. And you're kind of you sometimes you are talking to them, or you meet them, or when they're doing things, you're like, what? How are you able to do that? They have the mindset for that. All right. So on this journey, for us to be tough, for us to be winners, for us to be victorious, we need a certain mindset. This goes beyond business. This goes beyond cloud storage. This goes beyond strategic partnership, which we know God Backup offers. And but if we don't have the right mindset to build it, we might not be successful. We are likely not to be successful on this journey. So we are starting a series, the affiliate mindset, setting mindset in and the affiliate journey actually, or the journey of the affiliate. So we'll be talking about mindset and have that mindset to win and the mindset as a leader. We're going to be understanding also the project we are on, God Backup. Okay, we'll be looking at the bigger picture. We'll be looking at the projections. Sometimes when you don't see what's happening on your project in the next few months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, 5 years, you don't have the strength. You slow down, you break down, you shut down. But when you have the vision, no matter the obstacles, you will still move on. So we're going to be looking at the understanding, deep understanding of the God Backup project. We also will be looking at strategic network growth, how you can we can purposely build the business, okay, build our network, okay, build our team, and how also to accelerate on our income, the different strategies. It is not just we're not just going to stick to, all right, today you invite someone to the call, tomorrow this is so good, it's basic, but you break through, there are strategies, there are tools, there are techniques that can all be put into play for our success. And we need to make use of some of them. Okay. So get ready, get your paper, get your pen. I want you to get your notebook because you will be needing it to take note tonight. So don't miss, of course, you're on the call tonight. Please focus here for the next 1 hour or so, 45 to 1 hour. And then the next one, the next series, please finish the entire series so you can have a complete understanding of where we're going. You heard about some great information have been shared, and I think some light also will be um, thrown on it, and how we can make the maximum use of what we have to propel ourselves to where we want to be. So, um, fresh from the leadership camp, we just had one of the top facilitators um, for Ghana and West Africa on the team. We are privileged tonight to be under her tutelage and under her guidance this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our leader, mentor, um, our, what's her rank again? Ruby. Ruby. All right, on this project, Dr. Dorothy Hanson. Doc, if you can hear me, please take
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, please?
the audiences. Yes, yes, can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much for opening this up in this way. I feel a little Well, I'm excited about what we're going to discuss tonight, and I'm excited for everybody on the call this evening too. Because I mean, if you're going to stick and stay through what is going to come over the next few weeks, I believe everything about how you run this is going to change, and the impact will be visible. Sometimes you don't see it happening, but if you understand the process you're in, I think it gets clearer. So, can I share my screen now? If you're ready, perhaps you can put some ready in the chats for me. Today, you're going to be writing quite a bit. I hope after this, you would have hopefully changed the way you see some things and you get to understand how come some people are just running and you're wondering why they are running. All right, so let me try this first. I hope I get it on. Oh dear, it's not even yet. Great. Please, can you see my screen? Yes, all right, good. Great. Oh, someone says no. Is it visible now? Yes, yes, yes. All right, thank you so much. All right, so like Calvin rightly said, we just came out of the Strategic Leadership Summit, and I had the privilege of going through this with the guests, and I think it's something we will all benefit from. So here we are, and we are going to be talking about the CEO mindset. And this is a mindset that if you have, it goes beyond your business, like Calvin said. And I hope to just go through it in the time we have here. And I hope at the end of this, you would understand why we call you CEOs on the platform that we are all sharing. All right. So let's get going. So definitions. So I like to start when I have to explain a concept or something with a bit of definitions. Perhaps you could put it in the chat for me. Who is a CEO? Who do we call a CEO? Because one thing I learned and I've been learning recently is when we don't define things the right way, we don't get the outcomes that we expect. So if your definitions are flawed, your outcomes become flawed. So who is a CEO? If we were together, I would ask a few reactions, but since you're not together, perhaps you can put it in the chat. I'll just leave a few minutes before I get into who a CEO is. Who is a CEO? And when we say CEO, what do we mean? What does CEO stand for? Most of the times we used to Chief Executive Officer. Yes, I'm not, there's no trick to it. It is Chief Executive Officer, guys. I hope you're not expecting any new definition. Chief Executive Officer, that's what it is. But then how it's been defined to many of us is what we need to reprogram. And I'm still waiting for a few definitions of CEO in the chat box. Nobody is saying anything. CEO, Chief Executive Officer of an organization. I like that, of an organization. Good. Any others? Someone who takes ownership of an enterprise. I like that. Any other one? So there's someone, and there's a highest ranking executive responsible for making decisions. Thank you. I think I love those ones. Thanks for your comments there. So that's the definition of CEO that we know. But is that the real definition of CEO? I mean, we have all been exposed to someone who represents a company publicly. I like that. Okay, so let's go into it. I think I like the reaction so far and get ready to reprogram that to start with. All right. So definitions matter. One thing I learned, and I'm still learning, is until you understand the nature, the scope, and the meaning of something, you truly do not understand what it means because definitions matter. And there are two types of definitions. There's one type that we call the functional definition, and then there's the statutory definition. Let me use two examples. Rich person, a rich person. The definition I had of a rich person when I was growing up is someone who has plenty cars, and he does parties every day, he drinks alcohol, he has more than one wife, he has multiple children. That was the functional definition of a rich person I got. But what is the actual definition of a rich person? The statutory definition of a rich person. So once your definition is flawed, your outcome is flawed. So many people don't want to be rich because the picture of who a rich person is what they know. So until you understand something well, you cannot change the outcome of how you understand it. It's like you run by that definition. Now you're all together. So this what it says. What you cannot define overwhelms you. What you can define, you can modify. So assuming I told you that a rich person is someone that, like it's defined in the Bible, someone who owns gold and jewelry, he's honorable, he's respectable, and that is actually what the definition of rich person is. Now your desire to become a rich person changes because now there's honor with it. It's not the first one that I define. So until you can define things, our outcomes are actually flawed. So once you are able to define something properly, not from its functional definition, then you can actually modify the outcome of it. So let's go to CEO, like we mentioned, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. So I'm sure if I ask how many CEOs are on this call, please you put up your hand if you're a CEO. Anybody? Put your hands up if you're a CEO. I want to see how many CEOs you have. People who are leading organizations, like it was defined. I have Dr. Dorcas. Who else is Auntie Vera is a CEO. All right. So I only have 3 CEOs on this call. Let me see, 4 CEOs. Please keep your hands up. Okay. All right. So that means everybody else on this call is not a CEO. All right. Let's keep it like that, and then let's redefine CEO again. So the words that have been put together is Chief Executive Officer. Officer, Auntie Rose is also a CEO, thank you. So we all know there's an officer, right? And then there's a chief, means somebody who is leading it. So the middle word, executive. I mean, what is the root word of the word executive? Anybody, maybe someone in the chat can help me. No CEO should help me. Those whose hands are up, you are not invited to this conversation. Executive. Where does the word executive come from? Let me just shorten it so we can go forward because there's a lot to share. Execution, getting something done. That's just the basis of it. Getting something done, execution. But we've been programmed to believe that the CEO is just someone in a top rank who sits in an office and is just up there. Yet each one of us woke up this morning, we've executed a lot of things, like even your decision to be here. The message came this afternoon. And because you decided to be here, you put things in place to be able to execute this particular action. And I know you've done multiple of these today. So you are yourself a chief execution officer. That is the statutory definition of CEO. There's no position to it. It's just the function that we've been exposed to. So I'm going to ask again, how many CEOs are on this call? You can put your hand up if you're a CEO. How many CEOs are on this call? Maybe I can see perhaps a little more hands, unless I've confused you with what the definition of a CEO is. How many CEOs are on this call? I still see only 4 CEOs. Oh my God. Have I confused you already? Okay, some are coming in the chat box. I hope the others whose hands are not up are actually not lost. Ernest is a CEO, Rose is a CEO, Amma is a CEO, Susan, I see Kinsley, I see Prosper. So every single human being is a CEO, major CEOs. Please, you can put your hands down for me now. So all of us are CEOs. All of us are people who get things done. Once you can get something done, you are an execution officer. It's just the level at which you get it done. And each of us has a role to play when it comes to getting things done. And I'm going to try and still bring it a little closer because it takes a certain mindset to own this thing. And once you have owned the CEO mindset, it literally changes everything around you and it changes how you do the things that you do. Sometimes people will not understand you, but hopefully we'll get there. But I'm going to skip these ones just to play this video for us all to watch. Then we can come back to it.
You don't live a life, you build a life. Life.
Please, can you hear me? Can you hear it? All right.
You don't live a life, you build a life. Life gives you an opportunity. What you make of it is your mind. Your brain is your command center. You have a decision right now to decide the kind of outcome you want in your life. You may not choose who your parents were, but you can choose the outcome you want. When something happens to me physically, I have to come out of that situation and go into my mind and bring the alternative result or mentality or capacity inside to replace it. I don't care what family you are born into. I don't care what issue you're going through right now. Everything in life is neutral, subject to your definitions. Nothing is anything until you say what it is. The question I ask you right now, yes, things are not working. Yes, you're broke. Yes, you don't have a good family. Yes, Nigeria seems to be not a good place. But the question is, what are you going to do now that will change the rest of your life?
Right. So that is the video that explains what I came by definition. So I'm going to show you a picture and then you help me decide who is a CEO in this video. So this is a picture of a construction site, okay? And on this fateful day when I was reading a story about this, the CEO, the owner of this organization that was building things around the community, decided to find who he could assign to build the next consignment in the next city. Okay. So he decided to use someone who is hands-on, someone who knows what to do on the job. So he comes down working on his compound where the work is going on. See construction goes on. He saw two workers, two construction builders, each of them building the blocks, each of them laying the bricks. Ask one person, what are you doing here? They all have the same skill set. First person goes like, oh, so we are laying bricks and we're going to lay this level up to this height. And then after this height, we're going to put a roofing sheet on it. And then that's it. That's what we're doing here. That's worker number one. Let's call here Amma. No bias. Let me call her worker one. Worker two, same question, different settings, not like he heard the other person's question. What are we building here? This one's answer was, oh, so we are building a cathedral where people are going to be worshiping in here and it's going to bring people together. And beyond the cathedral, we're going to form a community around it. And that's what we are doing over here. So I'm going to ask a question. Which of them has the CEO mindset? Worker one or worker two? You can put that in the chat box for me. Worker one or worker two. You know, the difference between the employee mindset and the CEO mindset, the CEO sees beyond tasks. You see beyond activities. You see beyond the day-to-day. You see beyond what you are doing right now. Your eyes are into the future. And I hope at the end of today, we will get to the point where we are going to see things beyond what we see currently and have that CEO mindset, the big visionary mindset. But teaser question before I go on. If you're fired from your job today, are you going to leave as an employee or as a CEO? Just think about that. I mean, as we go into this. All right, so let's get started. The only thing that changes our mind is renewing it. The Bible even says is that we can only transform by renewing our minds. And I hope at the end of this, I would have helped you to renew and unlock that CEO mindset aspect of your brain. There are some principles that work here, and I'm going to go over some of them. And hopefully at the end, I'll just open up for some of our leaders to also add on a bit of them. Okay, so core principles. These are core to having a CEO mindset. And I'm sure you agree, any organization you've seen that has a CEO, they always have a vision. Just like you too, you also have a vision. As a CEO of yourself, you have a vision. God puts one into every single one of us. Everyone has a vision. Vision brings you clarity. And when you think about vision, mostly we think about seeing. And I'm not saying seeing with your physical eyes. This is where you see with your mind's eye. The brain records things in images. This is where you see it with your mind's eye. Looking into a future that you are not yet there. The simplest definition I saw for vision, perhaps you will have to write it and I can break it down for you. Vision is who you are right now by virtue of what you see. Who you are now by virtue of what you see. So right now I'm sitting here, I'm a medical doctor, got backup what, but what I see in my future is the vision. It is a picture that I have painted in my mind's eye. So who I am right now has not changed, but what I see is different. That thing that you see is vision. The beauty of it is all of us have one. And until you align your purposes to that, you may be going in circles until you get there. So each CEO has a vision. I mean, companies do. And the biggest source of it, the biggest inspiration of it is from God. God is the only one who drops those things because each of us here is for a purpose. And if you still are not sure what yours is, perhaps tonight when you say a prayer, God will show it to you and help you with those things. Once you have a vision in sight, it brings clarity, it brings purpose, it brings confidence in your steps, it removes distractions from your way. It makes every single thing you do align to one particular and specific goal. And that's where this guy's quote comes in, and it still blows my mind each time I read it. His name is Oscar Bimpom, and it was quite profound. He said, a life without a vision is like a man who sees but does not know where he's going. Scary thought. That's what I call psychological blindness, he says. Eyes open wide, but does not know the destination. Eyes open wide, but does not know the destination. So, what is your vision? I mean, what is your vision for life? Are you just waking up, going to work just to make some income, or beyond all of that, you're actually working towards something big? What's your vision for this project? Are you just beyond the vision that's brought you here, the why that brought you here? Is it just a series of steps you are trying to take, or you're actually aligning to something that you are aiming to achieve later on in future? Perhaps it's the black diamond you are looking at. How are your activities getting to that black diamond? Have you seen it in your mind? Because if you cannot see it in your mind, your hand can never touch it. If your mind cannot conceive it, you can never touch it. That's how come some people receive some incomes and they've never seen it before. So they just lose all of it until the one that they have always seen. Like you're used to seeing 1,000 Ghana cedis all the time. So if you see 10,000, your mind cannot conceive it. You wasted sad. So when it's 1,000 cedis, then your realization comes to it because you've not conceived it. Have you conceived where this is going for you? Where Go Back Up is taking you? Have you aligned your vision to it? Is there something Go Back Up is offering that will shortcut whatever you want to do? All of us have one. I don't know what yours is. I can tell you about mine later on. But the shortcut to it is this project aligns with my vision. And I'm sure you are here as a CEO because something like that happens to you also. But that's vision. Vision is like the compass for life. It's the principle that leads you and guides your every decision. It engages which conversations you spend time on, which conversations you don't waste time on, which trainings you attend, which presentations you engage in. If you go on social media, what are you doing on those platforms? Does it align with your vision? Anything that's not aligned with your vision is just something you're wasting time on. And vision is one thing that drives everything. So that's vision. But to be able to achieve vision, like I showed you, there's a distance between where you are right now and that vision. So it takes some capacity and capability. Please write it somewhere. Capacity and capability. Capacity, God has given us all capacity. Capacity is the maximum amount of substance a container can contain. Let me just tell a story over here about a very brilliant fisherman who, in his village, apparently, he was the only one who, when he comes to the lakeside, he can get fish like quickly. He had the skill set, he had the capacity, the capability. But then the fellow fisher folks realized that whenever he catches a big fish, he throws it back into the ocean and let the big fish goes. But whenever he catches a small fish, he keeps it. So it's gone on for years, and people were wondering, what is it about small fishes that we don't know that this excellent fisherman keeps throwing his big fish away? Guess what? So someone did approach him and ask him about it, and to his surprise, the fisherman had a very small pan at home. So the capacity of his pan is what determined the kind of fish he bought because he wanted to eat his fish whole. So he had capability, but he didn't have capacity for a big piece of fish. That's just by the way. All of us have capacity, the ability to learn, the ability to understand, the ability to move. God created us all in about the same image. I mean, of course, some came with disability, but then the core capacity to achieve your goals, God gave it to you. On your journey to that vision, you need to build capability, and capability comes only by knowledge. The only way you can use your capacity well is when you have capability. That's what you've learned, the things that will get you there. So on this journey, we are all heading to the Black Diamond. How are you building your capability? The capacity, you have it. Everything that you have been or you are that brought you to go back up, you have it. Now there are some skills that you need to pick up to get you to that destination. So you can't have capacity and not build the capability. Whatever you brought in is good, but you need to add knowledge to it to be able to achieve that target, that vision that you have. But now let's go to another principle now, decision. Decision making, not just decision making courage. The courage to decide that the compass says this path is where the wealth is, and I'm going to focus on that path. This path, yes, it will take a longer time for me to achieve that dream, but I decide to go this path. This path is lonely. Nobody is here. There are few people doing this. Everybody is on this busy path, but it takes longer. The courage to make the decision to go the way that will get you the results that you are looking for. And every meaningful achievement requires some courage for you to pursue that dream. I'm going to go to some other parts. After the vision has been revealed to you, you have to make the decision. I recently learned there's a difference between decisions and choices. Choices means you have a variety of options. So you know if option A does not work, option B will work. So if option A does not work, option B is. So we tend to make a lot of choices. But when you make a decision, you stick to it. Whatever happens on that road is yours. Let me say marriage. You've decided, so you're on that path. So whatever happened on that path is, if it's a decision you've taken for that path. You chose to be here with this person, so you made a decision. And once you make a decision, you stick to it. So question, is go back up a choice or it is a decision for you? Is it a decision you are committed to doing? Because look, the world is noisy. You have to filter out all this noise and decide how this works for you to achieve that your dream. It won't happen easily. Everything will be calling for your attention unless you commit to that decision that you've made. And once you are here, it means you have seen that this path leads to that freedom that you need. This path aligns with your vision. This path, if you stick on it and learn how to stay on this path, you get to that destination faster than the noisy path. So it's a decision you make. And decision making is not easy. I learned. Everything I'm going to share is from my own experience. Decisions that we put, our mind receive as small decisions. We tend to put small effort on. And decisions that we put our minds to as these are big decisions, the brain tends to put more effort on. So if you make small decisions, like small decisions are like, okay, I'll brush my teeth, I'll wash my clothes out. But then big decisions are, today I'm going to make $200 today. Today I'm going to make $500 today. I'm going to achieve this target. Because that is a big decision, your brain tends to work around the clock to make it happen. But if you make your decisions small decisions, then the effort that goes with it becomes small. So you need to have this as a CEO, that decision-making courage, and make your decisions big decisions than small decisions. Any decision you tend to make about your business, don't make it as a small decision. And once a decision is made, you have to own it. It is your responsibility to own it. Extreme ownership. I mean, assuming I told you, if by September you've registered 25 people, you're assured of $1,250. Signed, sealed. That is it, the outcome is assured for you. Versus if you do this between now and maybe December, you may get this or you may get this, or there's no certainty with trying to say juggling what the outcome will be like than being certain of what the outcome will be like. So the vision in this picture is the amount at the end. You know it, you see it. So you own the path towards it. So you lead yourself towards it. It's like everything you do is towards it because you know at the end of the day you achieve it. It's just a distance of time for it to happen. Ownership is personal. It is so personal, you don't waste time on things that don't matter to your goal. It's so personal, you know the things that distract you from your goal. It's a mindset that keeps you on that goal. Because when you own something, you lead yourself, you show up, you take responsibility, you hold yourself accountable for the mistakes, the reviews, the upgrades, the planning, everything that has to be done around it. You are the one in charge of it. And it's going to take some change. You need to change some habits. It's going to take you changing some habits, acquiring some knowledge. Then you would grow up to the person or the personality who can achieve that goal. So if your habits are still not the things that are working towards your goal, you need to change it. It's a well-defined triangle for the ownership mindset. It's growth, it's habits, it's knowledge. If it's 5 calls a day and you are not achieving it, we are not going anywhere. If it's knowing how to use the app, how to download, how to upload, how to share, how to link to Google and download, how to work on cloud, if it's knowledge and you are not achieving it, the triangle is not holding. And there's no way with changing your habits and getting the right knowledge, you will not achieve the growth that gives you what you want. Jim Rohn said, when you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. It's a principle. Sometimes it's not even you finding the way to get it, just because you are in motion towards it. God finds a way to get everything else that you need to get it done. And you need to have this mindset. Because if you don't own it, no one can own it for you. I can't own your business for you. Joe can't own your business for you. Your upline can't do it for you. Your downline is not coming to own it for you. In fact, they're even looking after you. So you have to develop those skills you need to achieve the target that you're heading for. I hope that's clear. If you are with me, perhaps I'll need some reactions because I feel kind of alone on this side. Are we all together, please? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thanks for the reactions. All right. So basically at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when you sit quietly, that's when you start reflecting on your growth. What did I do today? Did I achieve what I intended to achieve? Was I on the course? Did I stay the path? And it happens to us every day. Sometimes we shut our brains down because we don't want to hear it because we are guilty at that point. But those are times when your spirit is connecting with you and you need to respond and adapt and do the things that will get you to target and drop off those habits that are not helping you. All right. Okay. So that's the 1, 2, 3. That's the third one. Let's do the fourth one. I'm checking the time. I'm hoping we won't go too far. All right. Let's do another one. Long-term thinking. Long-term thinking. Just like it is for the vision, okay? Vision doesn't happen right now. It happens in the future. So you have to have a long-term mindset, but a short-term urgency. If your mind quotes it as long-term, like some people are thinking, oh, September, oh, I'd achieve 25 by September, the brain goes to sleep. But if you have a short-term mindset, a short-term urgency to your long-term mindset, you are always working at something on, like you said, micro targets along the path. I learned from Elon Musk? I think so. Elon Musk I heard he's the champion of long-term thinking. He's a champion of long-term thinking. So he doesn't start anything with 2-year, 3-year mindset in mind. Anything he has done, he knows that by 7 years' time, it would have taken off and he wouldn't have to do anything more. But between the start to 7 years, he's putting every short-term thing you need to get there in place. So by the time it's time to take off, it's gone. One time he was interviewed and he was being asked, he asked the person who was asking him, how come he has a long-term mindset? And the simple analogy he gave was, assuming I asked you to solve hunger problems in Accra in the next 1 year, how would you feel? It tends to put pressure on you, like you're trying to do things quick, like you're looking for immediate resources. But if I told you, solve Accra's hunger problem in the next 5 years, for some reason, you tend to relax and now you can think and plan and put things in mind. CEO mindset is a delayed gratification mindset with a short-term agency attached. So Black Diamond is the goal. How are you building towards it? How many corporates do you need? How many people do you need in your organization? What are your targets, month on month, week on week, day by day? How are the conversions going to be like for you? Because if you have that long-term mindset in mind, because I mean, think about the organizations that have survived the test of time. They are not thinking right now. They are decades ahead of what is happening right now because they have taken time to plan, and irrespective of what is coming, because they own their decision, they know where they are going. That's the kind of mindset we should have this is not just for Go Backup, but for everything you intend to do. I mean, it takes, like I always started, it takes 7 years to be a doctor. The first thing they do is deconstruct your mind. Now, when your mind is deconstructed, you are open to look ahead. In 7 years' time, you're going to graduate. Come what may, 7 years will come. But how are you preparing towards that graduation time? The things you are learning along the path. You learn about the medications, you learn about the body parts, you learn about how the functions work. It gives you a long-term mindset. So whilst on the journey as a CEO, don't be in a rush because the journey builds you into a person and a personality of value who can replicate whatever you achieve along the path. I think that's the easiest way I can put it. It gives you room to grow. It gives you room to make all the mistakes. It gives you room to learn from your mistakes. It gives you room to be a better person towards the vision that you have in mind. But then, on the part of this, whenever there is the anointing, there's a period of disappointing before the appointing. Sorry, let me say it so. I'm quoting Myron Golden. Whenever there is an anointing, whenever the vision happens, that change, that phase where you're learning and growing, that's the season of disappointing. But that season is preparing you for the appointing, where the vision is actually ready to be manifested. And if you don't go through the season of disappointing, you cannot get to the season of appointing. Are we together? So everything you are going through right now, that feels like it's not working. It's actually preparing you, if you are really focused on where you're going, preparing you towards that vision that's ahead of you. And each one of us will definitely get there at the appointed time if we do not quit our decision. I'm going to play a video that describes a bit about delayed gratification, and I'll do 2 more points and then we can end it. This was it was a research or a test that was done amongst children to show how we are not built for delayed gratification, but we can build ourselves towards it. So let's watch this quickly, please. What are you doing here? Sorry. I hope this will play. All right, good.
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so then you'll have 2. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? All right. I'm gonna go do something and then I'll come back.
It smells yummy. It smells really good.
All right, so it's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay? I'll be back. Stay in the chair, okay? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave and then I'll come back, okay? So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way, okay? Okay. How'd you do? Did you do good? You did?
Yeah.
You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So did I tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both. You need them.
Yes, that one could not wait. You just had to consume it immediately. It takes resilience. It takes an independent mind to be able to do this. I mean, the thing is lying in front of you, you just want to have it now. But if you wait and you build towards it, you can even have it. I hope you're not going to be like that, the last girl. She couldn't just wait. I mean, she just had to, even when you were talking, she was consuming it. She was eating her fruits plus her seed. You couldn't even wait to plant it to see what will happen if she did stay. Look, long-term thinking is not easy. It takes independence. It takes some resilience. We are naturally coded not to have that resilience. You see how the children were struggling. I mean, it takes consciousness to look into the future and be sure that where you're going is actually the right path. I mean, if you've been at the trainings and presentation, I'm sure you are clear that this project we are on is not just for now. It's something bigger, long-term coming in. But it's going to take your willingness to look like a failure for sometimes a long period of time before you see the results. Because truth is, by the time the results show, over 80% of your transformation, 80% of your learning, 80% of your experiences would have already happened. That's when the results will show. So when the results start showing, it's like Chris always says, it's like putting microwave popcorn in a microwave. I mean, it just pop, then disappears, then it gets to a stage when it's pop, all the popcorn is coming out. So you need to have that heart and that mindset in mind. So when things go down, you just don't stay down. You have to keep going and keep pushing because there's a lot more people on the path that are waiting for you to come and impact with the experiences you've had. And it takes some resilience to do that. And you should have that curiosity. That what if? Because that what if changes how you approach things. What if just tomorrow over 100 people register with you? What if in the next year 1,000 people have registered with you? Do you see how closer you are to your vision with that? And that is what long-term thinking does to you. That delayed gratification truly helps you to keep afloat. All right. So Les Brown did something about this, and I think I like this video too about the Chinese bamboo tree. Okay, just listen to it, and then I think I'll be rounding up with my next point. All right. I can't play this. Okay, there. Okay, last one.
Life is hard. See, it's hard when you are 40.
Oh, sorry.
Life is hard. See, it's hard when you are 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay. And you got to start all over again. It's hard when you are married and raising children and your children are crawling and your husband dies unexpectedly. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard when you're working on something and you put everything you have in it and it doesn't work out. You lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. It was rough when I lost my job and I could not find a job. It was humiliating and embarrassing, borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. That's rough. How people look at you, how they respond to you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. Have it ever happened to you? Raise your hand. Has it ever happened to you that I couldn't understand it then, but after I got through it, then I saw that was preparing me for bigger and better things. As you go through the challenges of life and you look at it and embrace whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. See, but when you go at what you're going to deal with and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender and say, okay, all right, I cooperate, okay, I learned, okay. It had to wear me out a long time. So if it's hard, then do it hard. Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? Les, you must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, Even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people are going to do you? So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? Good. And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look. Whoa, look here. Look how, hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look here, you got a job here? See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you fell and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. People know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You know it was hard, but you did it hard.
The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Go hard. Keep watering your dream. Keep watering it. The person you become is more important than it's more worthy than that the dream itself. But when you become that person, you can multiply whatever it is that took you there. All right, so that was it from Les Brown. Let me just go to the last point and then we'll end it there. The learning mindset, guys. The learning mindset. You have to be constantly learning, constantly learning. Our greatest gifts as human beings is our ability to learn. Guys, we can learn everything. We can learn our way out of everything. The things you don't have right now is because of the knowledge you don't have about those things. You can learn how to become a millionaire. We are the only things in creation, like the only creatures that has the ability to learn anything. Anything. And Myra Golden will say, if you are not learning, then you are not growing. If you are not growing, then you are dying. Because anything that is not growing is literally dying. I mean, if you're either going up or you're coming down. And CEOs are learners. You learn from the thing you are so focused on. You learn from your experiences. You learn from everything that's happening around you. And you need to have that learning mindset. So every single day you ask yourself, what have I learned today? What have I learned today to make me better than the person I was yesterday? Or the better than the person I was a moment ago. Ugochukwu puts it in quite an annoying way. He says, it's quite hurtful, I mean, how he defines it. He says, knowledge lets you know how stupid you were the minute before and how knowledgeable you become the minute after. I mean, when I think I don't know anything, then I know I'm in the previous category, how stupid I was before. And then when I learn it, I become more learned the minute after. It's as raw as it is. And learning mindsets is one thing you have to do. And there's two things learning does to you. It builds your roots. I played that video later. It builds your roots so that your fruits look even much beautiful. I mean, all the people that we admire, all the leaders that we admire, you should go find out what is in their root system, because your root system will determine your fruit system. When you have shallow roots, your fruit system is like that. That's how come grass and the other things, we just kick them away because the root system is very shallow. But look at those plants that are standing and fruiting and enjoying it. The root system is your knowledge system. That's where your skill set is. That's where the lessons that strengthens you are. That's where your possibilities grow from. So we grow in two directions. We grow bi-directionally. If you're going to do well in anything, you should have the quality root system to support you, and your fruit system will show what is happening on the outside of you. And as CEOs, learning should be something we never stop doing. learning about the project, learning about how to reach out to people, how to present, how to prospect, how to invite, how to follow up. There are skill sets that you're going to be using repeatedly. If one skill set does not work, you unlearn it, pick something else that works. Ask the next person, how do you do it? That's how come we tend to be in the same classroom with colleagues and we learn from each other. But at the end of it, your education becomes personal. What you know is personal to you. And that's how you can impact and influence another person. I'll just play a video about how learning happens by Myron, and then I think we can end with this very last one. I'll just speak about building people and then we can end with that. I think we've gone past it. So let's listen to Myron. Myron is one of my virtual mentors. You can find him on all the platforms. His name is Myron Golden. And this is what he says about learning and fruits and root systems. He describes it so clearly. Right.
Did you know that a tree has to grow in two directions at the same time? Did you know that?
A tree has to grow in two directions.
It's always growing in two directions at the same time. It's growing down and it's growing up. And what's interesting, if you could see the part of the tree that's under the ground, it looks very similar to the part of the tree that's above the ground. The root system is very similar to the fruit system.
Crazy. I never thought about that.
See what's happening? Look at right, exactly. Look what's happening to your face right now.
I've seen millions of trees in my life.
Right. And so something as common as a tree, but watch this. Here's what's interesting about a tree. The nature of a tree is that it is both gravitropic and phototropic. Now, you've never probably heard, maybe, have you ever heard of the word gravitropic before? Phototropic?
Never.
Okay. So gravitropic means it grows away from light and towards gravity. That's the root system. It's gravitropic in nature. So the seed goes in the ground and then the tree starts growing down before it starts growing up. Now, here's what's interesting. When the seed is under the ground, it's dark under the ground, it's damp, and it has resistance. The root system has resistance. It has to push through the dirt to go down further, right? Well, once it breaks through the earth growing up, there's no more resistance. And the part of the tree that's above the earth grows towards light and away from gravity. So the tree is growing in two directions at the same time. Now, okay, how does that help me in my life, though? That sounds really cool, right? Well, that is one of the most beautiful pictures of the way life works that you've ever seen, that I've ever seen. How? It's the work that you do in the dark when it's difficult and damp that makes the work that you do that everybody sees in the light work. Nobody saw you. Everybody sees you now in this beautiful studio, on this podcast, on Instagram Live, on YouTube, on whatever. Everybody can see that. Oh my goodness, David Shands. But they didn't see the gravitropic nature of your journey while you were on your way here, working deep into the wee hours of the morning to become the person. That's the root system. Now, everybody proclaims and professes to desire the fruit system. Everybody wants to grow up towards, just reach for the stars, and I want everybody to see how tall I can be and how sweet my fruit is and blah, blah, blah. Well, that sounds great. But if you're unwilling to go down, you cannot go up.
Boom. I don't need to say any more about this. I think it was all clear, and precise and concise. So that's what learning does to you. It makes you a person of value. I mean, I don't know which CEO we do not admire. Just name them. They have become valuable people. And once you have this mindset and you're on this path and you're sticking to these principles, you become a person of value. Wherever you go, people want to be part of whatever you are doing. And that attracts even better than even whatever you are selling. I mean, it doesn't matter what you are selling because you're the person of value. Everybody wants to be with whatever you are with. It can be charcoal, they'll buy. Water, they'll buy because you have become a person of value. It's a journey we are on, and it goes beyond Go Back Up, guys. The journey we are on, Go Back Up, is just, should I say, the platform for us to become the people who have aligned our vision to what this is offering. It is this community is a self-development community with a payment plan attached to it. That's the simplest way I can describe this community. Once you have come here, you will build your mindset. Once you have built that mindset and that resilience, there's nothing that can stop you. You become a person of value. You become a person of worth wherever you are. You become that millionaire that you have admired, but it all starts from somewhere. And I think I'll just end this presentation with this particular um, quote. It's my own quote, but let me just end with it. But before that one, let me do this one. Time is fast spent. This particular one. I keep going to it because all of us are going to leave this earth at a point in time. Every single thing you have achieved right now is only about you. It's about you. Achievement is personal. It's about yourself. But people will call you a success when you do things with them. You help them to achieve things. You help them to become better people. You become a success when it's about other people whilst you are with them doing things with them. But then the legacy, when you are gone, when you are dead, that impact that you have on people is even more important than whatever we are doing now. What legacy are we building to leave behind when we are gone? What would they say about you when you are gone? What will your family be when you are gone? Now that you are here, how are you multiplying success so you can leave behind a legacy? Maybe food for thought. Somebody, one of my pastors that I listen to says, life is too small for it to be all about you. And once you align your life to purpose and start impacting lives, then you become successful and then you can leave a good, healthy legacy behind. So in conclusion, I just want to encourage every one of us that, look, first of all, CEO is not that person who owns an organization. I'm sure by now you know yourself, you are a CEO. And I would want us to go through this before I round up, and it's almost 9:30, but let's go through this. And I know I can't hear you, but I would like you to put up your hands if any of these things apply to you. Put up your hand if you believe you were created for more. Just put your hand up. If you just keep your hand up and put it up for me. If you believe you are created for more, for more than just whatever you're doing now. And you can keep it up also if you believe your life is there's something meaningful you want to achieve in life. There's something meaningful you want to achieve in life. Maybe you can keep it up also. And you can join us if you see there are lives that you want to impact. There are lives that you think you can impact. There's a burden on your heart. There are lives that you know you want to impact. And I say keep it up again, or perhaps give me a wave, a virtual wave. If you know deep inside you that your story is not finished yet, maybe give me a virtual wave. If you know deep inside you that your story is not finished yet, you're just about starting. I can see some hands coming up, and let's end it up with this beautiful declaration. If your hand has come up for any of these ones, perhaps you can read this wherever you are. Read it as loudly as you know. The cells in your body respond to the dialogue in your body. Like if everything you are telling yourself is negative, it becomes like that. So you are making a positive declaration. Forgive me. ICGC always do declarations in church, and that's the only way I can do this tonight. So you just read it loudly. I choose to think differently. I'm saying it, say it where you are. I recognize that my life has purpose, direction, and possibility. Someone has a question, I'll take it later. I take full responsibility for the future I'm building. I'll lead my life with vision, courage, and discipline. I'll continue to learn, grow, and improve. I'll create value and contribute meaningfully to the lives of others. Next one. I'll build people, encourage potential, and inspire growth. I will pursue greater than my personal success. And from this day onwards, I'll remember that for everything I decide to achieve in my world, in my life, in my purpose, even in my business, I am the CEO of it. It's not the government, it's not your anybody in your life. You are the CEO of whatever you want to achieve in your life. And for everything you decide to build, for everything you decide to pursue, for everything you decide to achieve in this world, you, not anybody else, is the CEO of it. So thank you so much. And if there are any questions, I think I'd like to take it in. I hope I've redefined what CEO is to you tonight. Thank you so much for your attention. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. So this is just the first in the series, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 others coming. If this was impactful for you, you wouldn't want to miss the other 2 coming, the other 3 coming. They are going to be amazing. They are going to be mind-blowing and empowering. I don't know. I think I'll open up I think I see some leaders on the call, perhaps a few comments. Then we can just quickly end with the Marco Max announcements that's coming. Please let me allow you guys to unmute. I'm Auntie Vera, Boss Calvin. I see Dr. Godokas on the call too.
Incredible. I'm inspired. This was a great session, Doc. Thank you so much. I believe many others, from the reactions I'm seeing, have also been inspired by this CEO mindset. So I think there were some questions. Can you answer? Can you take those questions? If you have any questions, please, you can ask. I think I saw a Dorcas that had a question. Can we take it?
As you can type it in the chat box. Doctors, please go ahead and type out, attend to it. Well, I mean, whilst I think perhaps you can talk about Marco Max.
Okay. See, I thought she had a should be. Let's see if I can find this video.
Well, she unmute you. She wants to talk. All right, sorry, Doctors. Let me work on that for you. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. I feel like
Okay.
speaking will be faster than typing.
Right, that's fine.
Thank you so much for your representation. I was actually dealing with one new client, so I couldn't come on early. But
Good for you. Congratulations.
thank you. Not yet, but we will take the victory. So my question wasn't, thank you for the everything, especially with the last quote of, if you don't want to go down, then you can't go up. Forget it. So you definitely have to do the work to go up. I think my question is not about your presentation. It's
Right.
the same question that I asked earlier on, and that's one customer that called me, and I think we have already talked about it before, and I see Dr. What's the name? The one who just talked, who just asked me to talk.
Dr. Calvin.
Kelvin, yes. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. He helped me a couple of days ago too, about how to share pictures with the customer, with your friends and family. And I'm having problem with that. And that the same customer who is coming in is asking me that question. And so that's where I know I went through with it, check it, and then I realized that you have to download it one by one. And that's why I said, okay, this is a big opportunity. Maybe somebody knows if you can download it in a big form, like select maybe more than 10 or more than 20, and then share it as, one time, or you have to download it each one before you can send it to the person. Yeah.
Okay. Let me come in here. Hi, Darkus. Great hearing you. Good to see you on the call. There are a few ways in which you can share your stuff on your drive. Just something, we have Google Drive, have the Google Share, which you can share. Got Backup has collaborated share as well. So if you have let's say you have a folder in the cloud that contains about 100 pictures, and you call that folder Family Album. So, sorry, we can be demonstrative today to show you step to step how that is done, but it is easy. You go to once you log into your back office and you go to auto login, it will take you to your cloud, to the files up in the cloud, and you look for that file or the directory called Family Album. You right click on that directory or that folder, and you select share, and it will ask you for restriction, whether you want them to, you just want them to see, you want them to download. So you choose download and then share. Then you can copy the link and then just share the link with whoever you want to share the link with. Now, when you send that link and they click on the link will open. If it's passworded, you provide the password to that, but the link will open and they will have access to everything inside that folder once you have given the permission. And it's only people who have the link that you have given them will have access to it. So it's pretty simple to share pictures like that. You don't have to do it one by one. So if you give them access to the folder or to the directory, and you give me access and I go there, I can choose the pictures that I want, and I will be allowed to download them to my system. And that's how it works. Okay. I hope I'm clear. Dorcas, does that help answer the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we did the same thing. Yeah, we did the same thing that you were saying, but it wasn't anytime we shared, we see that the person get the link, but not the pictures. When the person cannot see the picture, just a link. So, but then when I selected one and I click download and I send it, it finished downloading and you send it, then they get the picture like one to one. But when I select in the vast form, like a couple of them, and then I send them, they get the link, but they can't see the pictures.
Okay, we will have you probably we will look at what you're talking about, but it is supposed to work that way. Once you have shared a folder, the content of the folder should be made available once they have access to their folder. So if they're not having access to it, then we'll see whether if it's done properly. It should have. Probably there is something that's missing, and then we can check that. But that process is supposed to work. But we will check it and then see what there's another way to go about that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Dr. Dorothy.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Thanks for the responses too. So I wanted us to talk about Marco Max and going pro with Copacabana. So there's a system going to be built in the back office of pro members. And pro members are going to get Copacabana pro members are going to get it for free for lifetime. But I think after this week or so, if you're not a pro member, you may have to purchase it for $25 a month. Joe has been trying this for over 6 months now, And the turnover and the response on social media, the kind of people who are looking for this on social media are much more than the prospects you may have on your prospect list. So he is opening it up for all members to get access to Max. Okay. But you need to be a pro member. If you're not yet a pro member, I think you should reach out so we can help you upgrade to a pro. Because getting it lifetime is, I think you can't put a value to that just because you went pro. I've been beta testing the Max, and maybe I think I want to share what is happening on my TikTok handle with. I just open. You just need to open. How does it work? Okay, so there are pre-made posts that are going to be shared on your social media pages on your behalf by the AI system at least 6 times in a day. And these are videos that Joe has done that are already getting people to see. It's the reviews are big on those videos. The views are big on those videos. And those are the selected videos that he's putting on Max, and it schedules the whole week, the whole month, however you want it to. No, don't even get to decide. The system decides for you the number of times and the number of posts it does for you for a day. You can add your own post to it. But then the other side of this is you don't have to go ask people, are you interested in Go Backup? These are people who see these online things, are looking to do something online, who come to you and say, I'm interested, because he always asks for a reaction in it. And once someone gives a reaction, you know this is someone you can follow up on, and the person may be interested in doing the project with you. So this pulls prospects to you from social media. They could be anywhere in the world. I mean, it's not fixed to a particular place, a particular jurisdiction. Perhaps let me just share my screen and then I'll show you what's happening on my TikTok, which I had started and gotten quiet on it, and then I just picked it up again because of the Max. No, not this. Sorry, let me change this. It shows all of this. Okay, so if you can see my screen, so it's going to be in your back office like this. Okay, for pro members, it's going to come pop up in your back office like this. Okay, and once you click on Max, just to demonstrate, it auto logs you into the Max system. Okay, just take a look at it. So I created some new handles. Remember we were talking about getting your Facebook fan page and get your fan pages and all of that. All right. So I put the number of my fan pages and then my TikTok handle on it. And there are already scheduled videos for the week. Let me go to the previous week. It's taking a bit to load. Just trying to. All right. So let me go to earlier weeks. So the system already posts on all the handles that you hook over here. You just have to create the handle. It may be faceless. You don't have to show your face. But you are assured of posts going 1, 2. This was 3 that day. This was another 3 that day. This is, let me see, 3, 6 other posts. I didn't have to do any of these posts, and it's already scheduled per the time and the handles that is going to post it on. So this does the prospecting for you online, okay? And the feedback is good. I mean, every now and again, let me just try and stop sharing this and share my TikTok instead. So you can just take a look at it and you'll be inspired by how do I share it? Give me a minute, please. Share screen. Okay, I don't know if you can see my screen, my home screen. Okay, so this is my TikTok. Okay, so what you saw on the Max is what is happening here. So you can see videos that Joe has posted, right? These are from the Max system. This is just on TikTok. And previously I was doing some things myself, but then this is when Max came in. But every now and again, sometime in the day, you can see these are 18 comments. I don't know them. They have already commented. They are interested in what I have posted. This is just one of the videos. This one had 6 comments. Amen and blueprint. This one has and there's some people are yet to comment.
Hey guys, you know what people
These are
trust
people
more than a
already
poem?
commenting on the post. They are interested in what they are seeing. These are prospects who are already looking for things like this on social media, but the algorithm takes the videos to them. So
You're never supposed to see
you
this
literally
video.
have to
If
come
it
to your
reached your
platform to
screen,
just
the algorithm
engage the
flips
people
up
and
and
lead
can
them to
bypass the filter.
the
Almost
presentation
nobody
or
gets it.
however you want to expose them to the opportunity. So this is just one of my handles. Imagine you have many other handles. You just have to create a social media platform and then hook it onto Marco Max. But it's only free for the um pro members, lifetime. But for if you're not pro, you're going to have to pay for it. And I just wanted to encourage as many of us to go pro. I mean, go pro now so you can get this happening. It's passive prospecting. People who are interested already with this online just come interested and they become your team members. And same thing is happening for this gentleman, Dean. I don't know whether you were on Saturday's call, Gene Hodges. I mean, he just following what Joe is doing. He just started his page and now he has about 12,000 followers. But people are on social media looking for this. So this is just to encourage you to not just do the usual way, but get on Pro. Okay, get on Go Backup Pro. Start opening some social media handles. It doesn't limit you to a number of handles. You can have Threads, you can have TikTok, you can have Facebook, you can have whatever. And then you can just have these people coming to you. And then all you do is lead them to presentations and they want to convert, they convert. Okay, so this is plus to help us expand even faster. Okay, all right. So I think that's just what I want to say on the Marco Max and going pro. If you need to go pro, please reach out online. Just probably put pro online and we would find a way to help you because Joe shared a link in our emails how to go pro. But I think it was on Sunday. So check your emails. If you still need extra help, just reach out on the pages and we'll help you to go pro so you can get access to this in addition to all the work that you are doing as a CEO of your own business. All right. So thank you so much. I think we would be ending here. Calvin, please any closing remarks before we go, then I'll find the closing video. Thank you.
Thanks. What I would like to add is just a little detail on going pro. Got Backup Pro has additional tools added to the basic package that the family package gives, which is a 6 terabyte of cloud space and all the other things that come with it. Got Backup Pro has the video bar, has the testimonial generator, has the memory plays, has the lead capture system. Then it has the Michael Max, which is now added to it. And so 5-6 features. And normally we pay $100 a year for the family pack. I'm not talking about the affiliate fee. We all know it's $20. So $100 a year for the family package. But if you are a pro member, it's going to cost $200, including the family pack. They got Backup Pro tools and the affiliate membership or the strategic partnership fee. So, I think the benefits it has, it well exceeds the cost of the product. So if you are not a Got Backup Pro member yet, try to be before the waiver is taken away, because Michael Max alone is $25 a month for subscription. Got Backup Pro itself, you need a setup fee of $500. You could be saving yourself $500 if you go pro within this very short window that is open. And you can pay $200 a year, or you can pay $20 a month for the, if you want to go on the monthly subscription, but yearly, you are free for a whole year. But if you don't want to miss and it's, oh, I want to go on the pro and I want to pay monthly, no problem. You can be, but make sure you are pro, because when the window closes, you miss the opportunity. You will be paid for it, whereas you can get it for free. So let's go pro, guys. It will make us to do more, even if it's not immediately. In the next few months, when you get your stuff done and you're ready to roll, you see people going pro and benefiting from it. And that's the time you say, oh, okay, I need to go pro now, but then you have to pay $500 setup. Why pay that when you can get it for free or have it waived if you do it now? So if the video is ready, we can play. I want to say thank you guys for making time to join this call. And this, it is, there's a recording of it and it's also on the YouTube channel. So you can have an opportunity to watch it again or share it, with your team members, or go back and then get some things that you miss out on. So if the video is ready, we look forward to next week, because there's this is in a series, as you know. So we will have the next one next week, Monday. Let's make a date next week, Monday, and we see you then. All the best.